This is called 3 Times Hell. I worked with a man, knew him well, called him friend. It was one night, an average evening during some week. The twilight was in the middle, not the end. We stood next to each other, remaining apart from the others, leaning against opposite, faintly oil-stained hallway halls of the beauty business factory floor, as a spa party hustled and bustled with guests. It was as we looked out on the inspirational sight of all the women that we shared our lives and 40 hours with, that he foolishly declared dreams of an affair with a woman, name not yet said. Certainly blamed on us being stoned and the little black dresses in view of light of the jewelry was this man's confession founded. The lust, romantically called love, had started, he said, sometime before, when the beautiful girl had simply walked through a door she had opened many times before. This part-time co-worker had come back to lend her long, slender hands to the counter, punching the unnecessary clock. The party progressed as I could see my friend's eyes locked onto a woman named Grace as she lightly stepped down the stairs, 4-inch heels touching the tile like feathers. She wistfully moved through the crowd, eyes alight, her smile open and accommodating like fresh air, touching shoulders, hands, and others' hearts as easily as one would wear a ring. This grateful girl then gave a sideways look down the hall where we stood, her arms straight out and down, wiggling her fingers to say bye to her present crowd of 4 or 5. Then striding over to the 2 of us, she paid little attention to me as she hugged my buddy with all her gracious might, letting him know in hushed tones it was his green eyes that guided her way. The embrace she gifted him was held tight, looked like true affection, spreading energy all around. Her hair was lovely, short and brown. The windows to her soul were dark, at times lit with hints of gold passion and intellect mixed together. She wore a black bodysuit that didn't have a clue how lucky it was to hold her wonderful, tantalizing physique. She moved away to mix and mingle, her spirit lingering like her sexy scent. Her aura remained, enriching the air around us as my friend spoke of his desire that she be his shadow, lit perpetually from behind. He lowered his voice as waiters passed and girls went to and fro in hushed tones. He mentioned she had him at Hello Handsome. A week later, this unappreciated wife and mother happily beamed at my brother when he saw her back behind the front desk. Not to mention the little gray dress she wore. In little things, she looked best. The second hug was dreamlike, if only half the body again, warmth mixed with joy. He did not stay long, lest his affections be caught on camera. So quickly retreating, he got back to his daily tasks. I was inadvertently the catalyst for hug number 3, when there was one. It was in the break room, discussing things people shouldn't talk about at work, when I brought up the fact that my friend is now a writer. He then, no not so surprisingly, was able to produce his memoir for her consumption. His trepidation was visible as he handed over the account of his shattered youth and wanton addiction to this beauty that had not lived her teenage years soaked in tears and regrets as her handsome friend had. She took lots of time to read. We had conversation as the weeks went by. He knew it was all or nothing. This sweet, spiritual girl would read about his pain and angst that was his childhood and then either love him or hate him for looking at the world and the God the way he did now. The third time he was held, unfortunately, I did not see. I was told the story secondhand. She, exhausted from the ordeal of his youth, had finished his life after putting it down many, many times. But her desire and her friendship had held her firm like her hug. She had made it to the heart-wrenching yet touching end. She held him for the third time so tight he felt as if he were a toothpaste tube. Her trying to hug away the past. Healing the wound was not seen. For him inhaling her warmth, her scent like a beautiful dream. His past not gone, but covered, blanketed by love, like a sexy black bodysuit or a shadow.